Okay, what is bigendered? That's a very simple question. Well, a very simple sounding question. In reality, the answer is quite complex. If you go by Wikipedia, bigender is, I'm reading directly from Wikipedia. Bigender describes a tendency to move between feminine and masculine gender-typed behavior depending on context, expressing a distinctly in femme persona and a distinctly in homme persona, feminine and masculine respectively. It is recognized by the American Psychological Association, otherwise known as the APA, as a subset of the transgender group. Now, that's the definition. As we know, definitions can usually be cut, dry, and not really tell you exactly what it is. Bigendered, as a general rule, because there's very, very little research done on it, so it doesn't really have a concrete answer. So each person who is bigendered basically makes their own definition for what it means to them. And this is what bigendered means to me. As a bigendered person, I have days where I feel female and days where I feel male. However, with me, my female days are not completely what you would call a typical female. I don't like pink as a general rule. I don't have girly nights out or anything like that. For me, being female or feminine behavior, my own personal feminine behavior is it's more masculine than feminine. My masculine behavior, on the other hand, is more feminine than masculine, which probably sounds a lot alike. You're probably thinking, well, there's not much difference then. There is. A lot of it has to do with up here, how I perceive myself, and my body. Now, when I'm in female mode, my body doesn't bother me at all. I can go without wearing a binder. I can wear more low-cut blouses or button-up shirts that have been unbuttoned. You know, that doesn't bother me, showing a little bit of flesh. When I'm in male mode, it does. When I'm in male mode, I have to wear a binder, or else I get severe dysphoria. And sometimes I wear a packer when I'm in male mode. That's, again, you can't really tell if I'm wearing a packer or not. It's just for me to help my mental image of myself coincide with how I feel physically. I mean, if I had to give examples of how I'm like, what I'm like in feminine versus masculine mode, more concrete examples. For example, feminine, when I'm feeling more feminine than masculine, I walk differently. I'm not sure if I can, yeah, I walk differently. I put one foot in front of the other, kind of like I'm walking a tightrope, or a very narrow beam. And I walk with my hips. You know, my hips sway a little bit more than they typically, you know, than they normally do. In masculine mode, sorry, allergies are really bothering me today. In masculine mode, I tend to walk more along Yeah, instead of walking like this, I walk more with my feet on either side of an invisible board. That's the only thing I can, that's basically how and I don't do these things consciously. I don't think to myself, oh, I'm going to walk like a guy, or I'm going to walk in a more feminine manner. I just do it. It's the same thing with whether or not I wear a binder. I don't think to myself, you know what, I need to wear a binder. I think it's all based on comfort. If I feel comfortable not wearing the binder, I don't wear it just automatically. Kind of let my subconscious take over, I guess you could say. Bigender is, to me, that's what it is. It's accepting both parts of me. It is saying I can act like a female and act like a male. Not necessarily at the same time, because that would just get confusing, but I can act either way, and often do. To me, being bigendered is, it's exhilarating, because I don't have to choose either or. I can be male, I can be female, or anywhere in between. Now, if you haven't already, I strongly suggest that you watch Sydney's video on what is bigendered, because she really summed it up well. I mean, really well, with her pencils. And I really think that her definition of bigendered, or her way of defining it in such simple terms, it's really good. But for me, yeah, that's what it is. It's a label. Labels aren't good. They're not bad. They're sadly necessary in our society. But being bigendered, for me, is a label that allows me to be free. I don't have to put on acts. I don't have to always, I don't have to pretend that I'm a girly girl. I don't have to pretend like I'm this masculine, butch person, a female. I can be a male, because when I'm in masculine, when I'm in male mode, I am male. I feel male. I act male. Yeah, I act like a feminine male, but to me, that's still male. It's a sort of freedom, because I don't have to act in the way that society says that I do. And I guess, really, that's the important part, is I can be myself.